Many beginners think more layers automatically means more realism or more sophistication. In reality, adding layers without purpose is the fastest way to kill luminosity, and it makes your painting lose freshness. So how do you know how many layers to apply? That's exactly what we are going to look into in this video. Watercolor is not like oil painting. You don't build by covering, you build by revealing. In watercolor, since the white of the paper is your strongest light, every unnecessary layer pushes you further away from it. So in this very first stage that I like to call the soft stage, you are creating a color atmosphere and mapping the lightest lights of the painting. And one of the easiest and the most organic way of doing that is leaving those areas untouched. Even if the paper is damp, it is fairly easy to leave areas untouched. Just leave a slightly larger area than you think that you're going to need. You can also lift paint while it's still moist, like I did with the first petal. Here I'm using a very diluted Winsor lemon first and then Winsor violet for the stamens. Now I'm moving to the structure stage. Here's where I build form and volume, only when the previous layer is completely dry. I'm using two brushes here, one for applying paint and another slightly damp brush to soften the edges. I'm using permanent rose with a touch of Winsor violet to create a slightly desaturated hue for the shadows. Don't use layers just to fix things. If something feels off, pause and diagnose. Is it value, color, or is it edges? Random layers never fix problems, they usually compound them. Don't overwork the same area repeatedly. Paper has limits. Even 100% cotton paper will show signs of distress when overworked. Too many passes will damage the surface. It will also prevent clean future layers. Always start lighter than you think you need. Watercolor is a slow build. It's far easier to darken later than to recover lost light. Don't rely on opaque pigments for layering effects. Opaque colors sit on top rather than interacting with underneath layers. This can block light and make your paintings feel heavy. Choose transparent or semi-transparent pigments instead. They allow light to pass through and reflect back from the paper. This gives your painting that beautiful watercolor glow. Don't chase perfection with more layers. That instinct to keep adding until it's right is often what takes a painting from fresh to overworked. So how do you know that your structure stage is complete? Meaning your painting has a proper structure. Take a picture of your painting and put on a black and white filter. If you can clearly see different shapes and your painting still makes sense even without the colors, then you're on the right path. What gives a painting depth is not the number of layers, it's the accuracy of values. You can achieve stunning depth in 2 layers or 10 layers. That depends on our painting process and how we choose to layer. So you see, the number of layers doesn't really matter. If your light, mid-tones and darks are working, the painting will feel complete. If you established a proper color atmosphere and saved the lightest lights in the initial stages of your painting, and then built shapes and volumes by glazing darker or desaturated washes in the second stage, then this last stage or the final stage becomes quite easy. Now you only need to focus on the darkest darks of your painting. But you have to be selective as to where you want to lay emphasis, because that will help you to create clear focal points. So next time you sit down to paint, let go of counting layers. So instead of counting layers, ask yourself this: what is this layer doing exactly? Does it improve clarity or depth or harmony? Or am I applying it out of habit? Because in watercolor, it's not the number of layers that creates realism, but it's the intention behind each one. So each layer you add must serve a purpose, be it adjusting temperature, deepening value, shifting color relationships, or refining form. If a layer doesn't do any of these, it doesn't need to be there. If you're interested in learning how to create a proper structured watercolor process, I will put up the link for my sunflower tutorial, which will explain my 3S method. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you got some value from it. Please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon in the next tutorial. Bye for now.